All right. For week 8 Thursday, I'm going to briefly discuss this document which talks about transitions, which is something I noticed some of you guys could use some direct instruction on. And then we'll do our second argument essay. Second argument essay is very similar to the first in terms of timing. You'll have 75 minutes for this one as well, which theoretically is 35 minutes more than you need. It's almost twice the time that you get for the essay on the exam. I will say that the reading passage in this is a little bit longer than the last one. So in the last argument essay, there was just like a 2-sentence quote. Here, they threw a few more sentences in there, so just don't panic when you see that. It's not a rhetorical analysis essay. It is an argument essay, and you are still constructing an argument surrounding the issue presented in the author's sentences, paragraphs, whatever. Point being, very similar to the first argument essay, try and think about what you learned from the first argument essay, try to apply some of those things, and hopefully use some stellar transitions. So, transitional words and phrases. Transitions are not something that are necessarily counted off for if you don't have, these lovely transition words. It's not going to be something that explicitly hurts you per se. That being said, very effective transitions, in combination with other good elements of writing, good word choice, good sentence structure, those sorts of rhetorical things, it could help with sophistication. I've only seen it mentioned in maybe one essay explanation where they were like, the transitions on this paper were especially sophisticated. But, anytime I notice something like that, try and give some instruction on it, give you every extra little edge that you can get. So these are some words that I'm sure that you know, but just don't forget, when you're adding ideas, perhaps use a transition word. When you make a contrast, perhaps use one of these transition words. And some of these transition words will have a comma directly after them. Not that you'd get counted off for that either, but just so you know, like however is one that always has a comma after it. Also always has a comma after it. Pretty much anything with an ly, accordingly, consequently, therefore has a comma after it. So anyways, just something to keep in mind as you are learning more about grammar and punctuation and stuff like that in preparation for the ACT in the spring. Woo! So anyways, so these are just some things to know. Maybe just take a glance over them before you really get started on the argument essay. And for those of you not taking the argument essay in class, which I assume is most of you listening to this video, the code should be in your email, so you may start when ready. And just please make sure that you stay on the quiz page. There should be no reason to deviate from that page unless you have some kind of very strange emergency or evil virus pop-up that takes over your screen or something bizarre like that. So anyways, that's all for today. Just take a look at transitions, internalize those, and then take essay and hopefully do very, very well.